Yeah, this I remember putting in here, and this is a similar type of a question. And take a moment to talk about this, but person comment or so is, oh my God, I won a boudoir shoot at a bridal show and received a few prints and an album credit of $100, etc. Blah, 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 other things on this package. I was super excited, but it turned into a mess. And the photos were poor. And the photographer, I couldn't even fit this on one slide, so I have to continue it on the next slide. And the photographer didn't seem to know what she was doing. I was so bummed out, but I really didn't complain to her. I really wanted a boudoir album for my wedding. Is it worth redoing my session? Help. Help. And this happens. Like, we have this theme in these questions tonight. And this is a real thing, again, from people not making a smart choice, and it winds up costing them a lot more than it would have if they chose to go with someone, that was experienced and good at what they were doing. And yes, people do redo albums. I know I've been part of that quite a few times, where people didn't necessarily tell me up front, but when we were in the session, I would hear the story. This is for my wedding, and things turned out so bad, and I'm here to reshoot the whole thing, which gives me extra motivation. But I've been a part of a couple of redos, so people have done that because they were very excited. They wanted these pictures. They had this idea in mind for their anniversary or their wedding, and they, went that kind of discount route, didn't like what they wanted, and it didn't turn out great. And, a lot of people aren't going to say to the photographer, oh, this is really bad, or I'm not happy. They're just kind of quiet, and they're just like, oh, that was just a waste of X amount of dollars. And sometimes, they just, and I've seen some of these photos and they're not good. And, I've had to reshoot. And I remember one woman actually had a phone full of the poses that she liked, and I thought it was going to look, and we had to go, through quite a few of these poses she wanted to redo and redo these shots. And it can happen. And, people feel very unfulfilled. Or if you go out for a restaurant and you think it's going to be good and it's a really bad meal, you kind of don't feel satiated, and people want these gifts and they want it to be a certain way, and it didn't turn out that way. So in a really bad situation, yeah, you can redo your session. I think for peace of mind, it's worth it. Obviously, you're not going to the same person, but you would not be the first person to do that. I don't know how often this happens. Like I said, I know it happens to me. Just have to, again, shop smarter. Make sure that the person you're going to, your vision is in line with them. If you have these poses with the legs on the bed that you want to do, and make sure there's something that looks like that on that photographer's website, where you're looking at it and going, yeah, I can see this is exactly what I want. I want it just like that. And, don't just, bridal shows are very hit or miss for don't book blindly like that, or just because someone is offering you some great deal. Like I said, it's the bad ice cream. It's the $2.99 bag or a box of just foam. It's all it is. It's that soybean, or it's that I'm losing track of what a kind of foam, that fake ice cream. It's what it is. It's not real. It's just, don't do that. And yes, you can reshoot your album. Just find a better photographer, and good luck on that. I know it's frustrating, and it's not a good time for anybody. So sorry that happened to you.